We're gonna start with and we'll say the question. What will you do to make sure that everyone who's transitioning from the PIP shelter get not only housing but other services they need? These include assistance with medication, personal hygiene, shopping for food, and mental health services.
Happy to take that question. Barbara Howard, District 4. We just unveiled a new program to end homelessness in the city. It's a 3-year plan. We gave out contracts October 1st to do precisely that. We're no longer accepting the fact that we can warehouse people who happen to be homeless and put them in unsafe and unrespected situations. The shelter system has been declared over in the city of Worcester. We're replacing it with a program of identifying people as they're becoming homeless or shortly before they become homeless and get them rapidly rehoused. For those individuals who are chronically homeless, people who have been caught in the system and not been properly addressed, we are working on assessment center up at Community Health Link with a 25-bed facility to make sure that people are not out on the street. And then we will work with wraparound services, mental health, personal skills, job finding skills to make sure that people are living more productive and satisfying lives. My opponent says that she supported housing first before I did, and that's absolutely true. But I would not support housing first until I was sure that we had neighborhood protections in place and that I was sure that we had the funding and cooperation of all the social service agencies before we did that. The city manager was able to accomplish that, and we've put that plan together and it's going forward and it's being implemented as we speak. It's a program that the city of Worcester should be very proud of, and I'm particularly pleased that I had a role to play all along the way of that being developed.
Let's face it, folks, we're in for some tough financial times over the next couple of years. And during the time when we're transitioning the PIP shelter, I think it's not going to be an easy and seamless, flawless transition. But we need to start thinking about using some of the resources that we have. Here we have 12 great colleges. We have UMass, where people are training for these types of things. We have students that are going to school, learning, and they need to take part of the solution here. They need to be involved in the community. And as we transition, we need to get people involved in applying, giving the proper medications, and setting up the transitional shelters, and applying, getting the research that we need, and helping people with their individual problems. And if we have, during these tough times, if we have the community involved with this, and we have people involved in this that are eager to learn and to get involved with the community, it will help transition to a better life for a lot of these people, and it will also help build a bridge between the college community and the community that is here, and hopes for a better future for everybody. Thank you.
We put a lot of plans in place to do exactly what this question asks us to do. We have the 3-year plan to end homelessness. We have the Coalition for Continuous Care Coalition, which is the Central Mass Alliance of Housing, where they coordinate all the funding, the continuum, correct. And they have the funding, and they provide funding for the other agencies to take care of a lot of these issues. I think we probably could strengthen the partnership there to make sure that all this work gets done. We also have the stimulus money that came in that's going to Smart Community Health Link, which is can be used for mental health and for housing. We also just received, I think I just read this today, that the vets received some type of a HUD, it's called HUD Vash, and it's 36 vouchers for homelessness, for veterans, which probably could come into this neighborhood. So there's a lot of things that we have put in place as a community, as a city council, and I'm pretty proud of what we've done. Thank you.
Well, it's always great coming after Barbara and Joe, who've already given you all the answers of what the city's already done. But there are some other things that we can and should still be doing, and that's utilizing our community around us to help provide services and the needs of the people who who are trying to transition into a home, into a life other than that they've been living on the street. Some of the things that we could be doing would be to ask the Mass Culture Pharmacy to help us with the medications and things like that, and CVS with the personal care products. So we do go to the shelters. The churches have been very helpful in those areas. The community organizations help. Shopping for food, we could have sponsors and mentors for people to take them and help them with nutrition. We have some young people in our colleges who are looking to do some community service programs. And mental health services, frankly, they're short for everybody. We don't have enough there. But one solution you could have is utilizing the medical school students at UMass. And I think that trying to add to what we have already set up by what Barbara and Joe had already mentioned, that the city has done very comprehensive work on that, then bringing this all together is a wraparound approach. So we need to continue to support it.
We have a program on Elm Street called Spencer House. It's the model that's being used to try and see how folks from PIP can transition back into society. And there was a lot of alarm when that first happened. But I'm really proud to say that lots of neighbors put in time around the difficult dialogue and patience and leaders as well. And we're able to work this out. And I think the house has been open a year and a half now, or a year, for residents for a year. So I guess what I'd like to see is honest and clear evaluation of the program in terms of the residents and how it's worked out for them, and working with neighbors as well. I think I've been in touch with folks to say, how's it going? And it seems like it's going pretty good. So I'd like to be a voice that tries to promote tolerance and patience in terms of working with citing these kinds of programs in our neighborhoods and making sure that the residents are getting what they need.
Thank you, ma'am.
The question asks, will you work to make sure that everyone who's transitioned from the PIP shelter gets not only housing, but the other services they need? These include assistance with medication, personal hygiene, shopping for food, and health services. Yes, I would definitely support all the people that are being transitioned. And I'd also work with a number of the other area agencies and some of the colleges. I teach at 3 of the area colleges, and I know that we have a lot of energy and a lot of resources there, and maybe what we could do is put together some type of ad hoc committee to work with them and have the students come out and do some type of internship and check in on these people 3 months, 6 months, a year out to make sure that all those services are being obtained and acquired. So believe me, the most vulnerable people in our society definitely need governmental